Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. And I want to thank you very much for that and for taking the time. New and returning viewers, I love and appreciate you all very, very much. Welcome to January 11th, 2021. And just a quick tribute to my mother who passed away 14 years ago today. Always thinking about your mom. I love you, for sure. She was something. And also welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. So for those that are new, here's my little spiel I like to do for the introduction. I am a psychic and intuitively guided tarot card reader of a lot of years. And what I really love was the compatibility between different astrology signs, zodiac signs. And so it just fascinated me and it seemed to be more and more accurate. And I did a lot of different studies and ways to further my understanding about that, and it's still growing. I mean, I'm never going to stop learning, but it's just been amazing to me. So I want to always share that with you, and on a general basis, a simplified way. And so I do 2 sun sign readings every single day, and I start with the featured sun sign. So the featured sun sign for today is going to be Aquarius. And what I do is I go around my zodiac wheel, so I'll know what order it's in, and you will as well. And then we pick a highlighted connection right in front of you, and it'll be in the description as well, for the sign of Aquarius. And this is, the beginning of the month. The mid-month reading will start, I guess, the latter part of this month, because I go from Aries to Pisces, and then once that's done, I start right back up again for the featured. And like I said, the highlighted always is a random that Spirit needs to let you know maybe specific information about. But do bear in mind that after that, and what the highlighted connection gets is an additional 3 tarot card readings and under 3 major categories. And so then at the end of the reading, I do messages and guidance information that comes from my beautiful oracle divinations. And that's for every single zodiac sign. So everybody's included in these readings, okay? If that particular highlighted connection is not the one you're thinking of, it could very well be the messages that come through in the oracle. So messages. So let's see what your highlighted is. We just did Pisces yesterday, so I don't duplicate the highlighted. It was Capricorn and Pisces. But I'm keeping that as a note because that tells me something. Wonderful. Okay, so Leo and Aquarius. And this is not the first time this has come up between the two of you. You're polar opposites, but you're beautiful. You work extremely well together. I see this combination a lot. And as I always say, it's all types of love. It's not just committed marriages and so forth. It definitely relates to romance, though, but it's also those very important people in our lives that we love because they bring us, joy, or they bring us guidance in some way. They're teachers to us. They're good friends. I don't know. They're work relationships. There's so many different variables, but this is a really, really beautiful connection I've found, and it is because you have the beautiful air element of Aquarius, and then you have the fire element of Leo, and those are very, very suited for each other. So I'll explain a little bit more about each sign, and then I'll get on with the reading. First of all, Aquarius, it is your year, and it's very exciting. We did have the Grand Cross on December 21st that everybody was hearing about. You can check on, I'm sure there's still ways you can click on it, and it was basically that the predominant outer planets that affect us very, very strongly are in the sign of Aquarius, Saturn and Jupiter conjunct. Now that hasn't happened in a long time. Jupiter hasn't been in your sign for 12 years, Aquarius, and that's how it works. It goes to each sign every 12 years, so it's a very special year for you. There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of opportunities. There's definitely, relationship opportunities. There's opportunities in improving yourself from the inside out, whatever that may mean to you. Health could be better. Definitely job, just beautiful, beautiful energy, being at the right place at the right time, feeling better. Just all these amazing things can happen. And I look forward to it a lot. We had so many decades, and I'm told 200 years from my readings of, the elements predominantly being in Capricorn and earth signs. So we still have Capricorn season right now till the 19th, when it then goes into Aquarius season, and then all the other planets kind of follow suit in addition to Jupiter and Saturn. But it's a whole different feel, and I've already started to feel it. I think a lot of people have, even if they don't realize what it is, because it's from that earthly, very practical, regimented, kind of really strategic, one foot in front of the other, hardworking, very, what is the word? I mean, it's just the predictable kind of energy, that they don't really stray too far from the norm, and they're pretty, they're ruled by Saturn, Capricorn. So there's that restriction right off the bat to help us to focus, to help us keep us on task. So that's been in your sign, Aquarius, as of December 21st. It'll remain there throughout the year. And then with Jupiter, just the opposite, of just like this incredible freedom-seeking, benevolent luck and fun and joy and money and expansion and anything it touches. It's beautiful because it's got the yin and yang, that necessary part in every one of us in the world to keep the balance, not over extreme, not, the temperance card would be, the Sagittarius aspect. So I like that for you, I mean, you can, and the things that are not needing to be focused on, or your new ideas, your inventions that, Aquarius are about, they're just about wanting to, try new things outside of the box. They're usually pioneers in ideas, very interested in technology, very interested in groups and, the masses, and justice and truth are one of the most social signs, very sociable, and, really wanting to make a difference, and very, very friendly, and just, there's just so much that could open up for you this year, and then the next 12 years after. So I'm really happy and excited for you, and anybody with air element in their chart, or, their main planetary aspects, will definitely feel that too. It'll be complementary. But all of us will definitely feel those energies, and sometimes it's more harmonious depending on what's happening. It's just going to be easier this year. That's all I guess I'm really trying to get around to. So it's a positive for sure. And then you are a fixed sign, so you definitely, when you have your mind set on something, Aquarius, and I know because I've known a lot, I have a sister that's an Aquarius, that's it. That is, you are destined to accomplish and achieve. People call it stubborn, I call it determined, and that's okay. That's okay in a lot of ways. And so, ruled by Uranus, which is this incredible planet that's all about surprises, changes. Once again, the planet that really rules science, medicine, new ideas, moving forward, breaking tradition, like Capricorn, like earth signs. I just feel this excitement in me and everybody, and it's it's going to take some time, but we already know that it's in process. So that alone is a beautiful, uplifting, and encouraging message, I hope, that I would like to bring to all of you Aquarians out there. And then your Leo highlighted connection today is beautiful. Leo is the sunshine. It is ruled by the sun, so it's got this incredible energy when it comes to all fire signs, but definitely Leo, and their confidence and their ability to be so creative and so passionate about whatever they put their mind to. Also a fixed sign. So there's that kind of beautiful harmony right there that makes sense as your polar opposite. Definitely a strong desire with Leo to lead, to be heard, to be, recognized, great amount of pride. That's what the sun does, it gives us that ego, and ego is important. People put ego down a lot of times, and it depends on to what extent your ego is. But we need that to keep ourselves, motivated and feeling good about ourselves, and determined once again to do the things we want to do. We have to believe in ourselves, right? That's that beautiful energy we get from Leo. And so it's attractive, it's, you know, physically and spiritually attractive for the two of you. There's never really, from what I've heard at least, never actually been an Aquarius, so I can't say. But I know Leos, I've had them in my family, certainly a lot of friends. There's a dynamite aspect to them, and that's very attractive. And you two could work really well together on all levels. And so, yeah, this is a good time, and I feel like a lot of us in this Capricorn season still are doing those last kind of planning things to move forward, because we're still kind of healing and trying to really understand, you know, the best way forward after what we had experienced. But we know the only way is forward, right, at this point. So let me read to you your messages, and I hope that made sense and resonated with a lot of you. It's just a little snippet of, you know, your personalities, of course. But yeah, beautiful. Like, we all have so much to offer this world, and, you know, others appreciate it too, you know. I mean, we all learn from each other, I guess I'm trying to say. So, and you'll learn that a lot this year with this air energy. It's about education. It's about speech, communication, connection, you know, able to really connect in all different ways with certainly technology like we've had, but even more so. So I'm really excited. I've never been a techie, but I'm growing to be one. You bet I am. And don't laugh if you are, because a lot of you that have been with me for a while now, yeah, I still have a lot to do. I need to learn to edit, obviously, but it's all good. It's all perfect, right? Just as it is. So the first category and first card is always the overall energy that brought you to this reading for this highlighted connection of Aquarius and Leo. So what we have is the Queen of Wands. Woo! There you go, Leo. Spreading that energy on everybody. Because the Queen, by the way, and I love this because that's what this tarot deck is, by the way. It's my new tarot deck. I have a few of them this year. I'm so excited to use. Loving this, though. It's called the, let me double check here, Many Queens Tarot. And I'm going to read to you again, because I didn't memorize it. But the emphasis is the queens represent intuition and receptivity energy, and the strength we all have coming from those places. Now, I didn't mention it, but I know for a fact that the Leo that I've known have a very keen sense of intuition. And I'm not sure, other than the fact that the sun helps that, you know, I mean, obviously the planets help, but their hearts are so big and so passionate. Our heart is the biggest intuitive organ in our body, which a lot of people don't realize, but it truly is. It has such an intelligence to it, and when you know the saying, you know, listen to your heart, please do, because that heart will never let you down. It's hard for the air signs. Myself, I'm an air sign as well. Aquarians, we tend to detach ourselves from our emotions to keep ourselves, you know, straight and kind of focused on what we're studying or learning or trying to express to others. But yeah, that heart knows. And so yes, there's a keen sense of intuition with, well, everybody really, but I've noticed with Leos. And so here you have the Queen of Wands. This is the feminine part of us, the part that does recognize and is more introverted in the way that we feel, because we recognize that gift that we all have. The key words to this deck as well is remember to breathe, trust your feelings, and keep going. Right? And I know that both the Aquarius and Leos are very, very, once again, determined. So they're not going to quit. They may have their times that they just feel a little bit spent, I know, but that's just short-lived, as with all of us. And we need those times. It's almost another way of healing and understanding, and to just stop and to allow ourselves to feel more vulnerable. That's the word. But here you have the Queen of Wands, boy. The quintessential beautiful queen that's so much about caring, so much about motivation and movement and action. And, you know, just not talking the talk, but walking the walk. And wanting to help. I mean, they come from a beautiful place of loving and giving. So that's what's happening with you two. And it makes sense. Like I said, you have a beautiful, complementary and harmonious starting base and foundation to work with. You know, we're all different, and nature versus nurture, of course, enters into these, you know, relationships always. But you got a really beautiful starting point. So I love this for the overall energy that's happening. And so let's read the second category, which is the possible blessings or obstacles. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's what it's about right now. It's definitely positive. It's definitely feeling better. It's definitely feeling more open and expressive, which both of you are very good at and capable of. Ace of Wands. What do you want to do? Where are you going? What is your intention? You've got the new moon energy for beginnings and transformations. Yet again, it happens every month. This month, it'll be on the 13th. We're on the 11th, so a couple days. To write out your intentions. I always light my beautiful new moon intention candle. I'm telling you, more things happen when we not only feel them, think them, but write them down. It's phenomenal, but it's true. And this is absolutely beautiful. You are determined to start what you wanted to, that wasn't finished, like a lot of us, in the past year. You probably have brand new ideas about entrepreneurship, new endeavors, new ways to create money, to feel excited again, to feel yourself, which is animated and, you know, generous and caring and fun, and that's what we need in our lives. And love is big. Love is huge when it's the 8. It could be at the beginning of a relationship. It doesn't have to be work oriented, like I tend to say. We're in a love connection reading, for heaven's sakes. Just definitely keeping your eye on the prize and feeling extremely inspired right now. So there you go, 2 Wands. What do we have for your third category, which is the category of finances? And not only finances, but, you know, obviously things that we need on this three-dimensional, you know, in this three-dimensional world, the things we can feel, touch, and really see on a physical level. And yeah, the security and comfort of money, which we absolutely need. And what you have, oh my gosh. Well, okay, so things are on, things are happening, okay? I mean, I don't even know, I don't know how else to say it. It's the Page of Wands. So it's just, it's all about the wands. It's all about the fire. It's all about the initiations and the passions and the motivations and making it really start now. And it's a good time. It's always a good time in our mind, but then of course we get, you know, outside influences that are out of our control, and it's on, baby, and you're going to get some information. So this is the beginning. The pages are youthful. They're kind of green around the edges, right? So it's definitely a lot of times new information coming to you in regards to your money. So ways to activate more income, maybe another job offer could be coming through. It just shows that in regards to your money, there's movement. It's coming, okay? And you're going to be hearing something about it in the very near future, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was directly following this new moon, which is when new information tends to come through. Now, I'm always excited and very nosy as to what that could be for some of you out there, if you're interested in sharing. And if you have not subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it. It just takes a moment. It's free. You won't get a bunch of emails or anything back, I promise. But it's super supportive for my channel. If you push the like button, it's also wonderful, or the notification, so you know when I upload your videos, because you can then say, oh, I need that 15 minutes of MaryAnne's info, and to help inspire you and lift you through the day. But yeah, this is, it's fantastic. I feel really, really good about this for you. And it could also, in regards to just your, you know, your physicality, your home, your basic day-to-day things, it could have to do with the child. And maybe you're wanting to put aside money to have a child, or you're about to have a child, so you're, you know, recalculating, I'd like to add another few hours or maybe a second job to accommodate for this beautiful new child that's coming into our life in whatever form. So what an I'm excited inside. I really am. Looking at this, I feel fired up for you. And I know you have a lot to do with it, Leo, but you too, Aquarius, have this type of energy in you. You always have. Now, you also may have a fire sign in your natal chart, Aquarius, so you can always look that up for free. You know, what, Cafe Astrology or astro.com. I love this reading. I'm really excited for you, and I know if you're like the majority of people I've been talking to or reading for or what have you, it's time, right? And you're fired up and excited about it, and I am as well. So that is the highlighted reading messages, and I'm going to finish, like I said, with the beautiful Tarot Oracle guidance messages that bring pure love and energy that can, you know, invoke beautiful ideas for you or remind you of things you know, but just to send you off feeling like, okay, thank you. I'm glad to have that brought back into my conscience again, you know. We're all connected, and these messages help for that reason, to just kind of pass it on, keep us, you know, keep us inspired in life and loving and caring, and we all want that love. It's extremely helpful to all of us. So it is the Starseed Oracle. It is a new deck from mid-month of last month, and I love it so much. I do trade off decks and so forth, so another reason to want to come back, right? So what you have, I had one more inclination to do that. Okay, this is a beautiful card. I received this, I think, maybe a week or so ago. I don't remember which sign it was, but they're all phenomenal. And your message for all of the beautiful Aquarians out there, and all of your connections, okay, of love. So in addition to the highlighted, Cirrus energy, bringing harmony and balance. And look at that. There's this beautiful angelic figure in our cosmos, like the co-creation that we have with spirit at all times. And the balance, it's so important in our lives. Working on that, I mentioned it earlier, you know, the balance between the Saturn and the structure and the focus and the hard work, right? And diligent, you know, streamlined kind of, let's make this happen, and then balanced with, you know, Jupiter now and Aquarius. It's just like, oh God, I love it, and I feel special, I feel good, I feel growth, I feel activated, I feel beautiful, I feel Jupiter, you know, I feel that that incredible wave of optimism and beautiful things coming in. I'm going to read to you what it says specifically. And like I said, that's messenger. So it's an alphabetical order. Let me just see quickly here. Oops, I may have gone too far. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yes, so I hope you are doing well, though. I really do, because, you know, we're still in a kind of a holding pattern in some ways. That happens in this time of year always. And then it's also a time to start considering things like taxes. I know. But you do it and it's done, you know, why not? It's so much better to do it and then have it done and be like, whoo! And, you know, you have more time to do more fun things. So, okay, you're part of the lineage of souls who have dedicated their lifetimes to the upliftment of the planet, to returning time and time again to see the light, the crystalline ones, the ones who are here to plant the sacredness of life back in. Oh man, to honor both the sacred feminine and masculine, the balance, right? We all have that in us. To be in touch with those parts of us is really important. To usher deep reverence back in. Many ascended masters are thought to be connected to the energy of Cirrus, and often appearing as a shade of blue. Okay, well that's certainly in the card. They hold the frequency of pure love and are here to help the masculine and feminine exit in harmony. Well, I love that idea. To ensure greater balance, to help us see that we're all connected and that the masculine and feminine energies exist within all of us. You're being called to bring about the balance and harmony between the masculine and feminine, to be a garden of harmony and balance on earth. Think of the whales traveling around the globe, sharing love through their healing, vibrational song. Their unique notes send balance and harmony to every corner of the planet. Isn't that a gorgeous message? And necessary, right? I know that you probably know that, and you probably are existing in that type of energy now, but just that, you know, reassurance and, you know, confirmation of it is really important, which is why I love reading these oracles. The starseed inquiry, though, is how are you being called to bring harmony to your life or the planet? How are you being called to honor the sacred masculine and feminine within you? Okay, so there you go, Aquarius. I love it. Now, the next oracle is the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. And of course I have to contribute a heart oracle because we are speaking of love. And it is the best energy of the world. Point blank, right? It truly is. And sometimes I know it doesn't always feel like that, but even that in itself is part of the journey and the beauty of it. Whoops, that wanted to pop right out. So you have, oh, interesting. Very interesting. So this will be for a few of you. Number 5, we're in a 5-year, and it is called Feeling Alone. Look at this. There's a light, though. It reminds me of the Tarot card, which is the Hermit, okay? And there's always a higher master. If it's not ourselves, it's you know, one of our best teachers in our life, or, you know, just somebody that we feel that we can speak to and that we can actually be taught things from, our mentors, you know. And here you have that full moon that we had, you know, not long ago. Boy, was that a powerful one in Cancer. Whew! Wow, and then we're having the new one. So just looking up, looking at the stars, you know, really speaking to yourself, speaking to your intuition, you know, your guidance, and knowing it's okay to be alone. And by the way, a lot of Aquarians are very independent. They like being alone. As much as they love friends and are very social and interested in helping the masses, they are the humanitarian sign. They like their privacy. They like that independence. They like the time to think and to, you know, contemplate or meditate. I don't know why I'm shuffling these, to be honest. I meant to get the little booklet. So what does it say for the 5, feeling alone? And you know, I did this before, so I may not read more from it. Let me just double check for you while you're watching me. There's at least 3 or 4 of this, you know, that move in consecutive numbers under different categories. I'm going to try 1 or 2 more times here and then let you go. Because what's confusing is, I think the main thing, I'm going to look right in front of you though. I think this is what I needed to do from before and go here. I apologize. I've always just gone in and picked the first 5 that I've seen and gone from there. Yeah, okay, so no, I think I'm correct about what I was doing before. So in addition to the emphasis of feeling alone, the number 5 is teach. Although the name of the card is teach, nope, that's not working, is it? Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave it at that. I need you to recognize for now, until I'm understanding this more, because there's at least 4 or 5 5s in the book. But I'm fine right now with sharing with you that this means to me, from Spirit and to you, that feeling alone is important at times, you know, and it doesn't ever have to be a negative, but know that you never are. End of story. You know, it doesn't have to be a complex explanation. We're never alone. And once again, looking into this vast, incredible, universe of ours, it's so blatantly clear. And especially as an Aquarian, you've known this and you sense that you have that Uranus, you know, ruling planet that's guided you into realizing there's way more out there to explore and to look into, and that's what you do. So yeah, just kind of maybe contemplating that, the times you do feel alone, recognizing and remembering that it's important sometimes to be alone and to really sit with it if it is a concern of yours, right? To feel more at peace with it. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for now. And then the last but not least, Oracle is the Super Attractor, my favorite, one of my favorites. All of them are my favorites apparently, but I truly love this one. And this is about feeling the life that you want into existence, you know, and that is the absolute law of attraction. That is being congruent and in line with the co-creation of life. We're all creators on this beautiful planet of Earth, and we manifest all the time, but if we have a real understanding of just the basic laws, like the law of attraction, it's going to happen a lot faster, and it's going to be quite miraculous in a lot of ways. So let's see what your message is regarding you specifically, Aquarius, and all your relationships. And like I always say, you can use it. I love this one so much. It's always been one of my favorites. It's basically a set of wings, like an angel with a crown, and I want to say the earth. Yeah, because we're, like I said, always guided, never alone. There's always the divine guidance that can be given to us. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. That's beautiful, right? And it's so simple. But in doing these things, you know, and really feeling that connection, we can create a way better life for ourselves, you know? And I know a lot of us are very determined to do that. And this is the year. So help me, it really truly is. And you know, we have good years and we have years that are more challenging. We're looking into the years now that are going to set us free in a lot of ways. So I just appreciate you being here and, you know, tuning in, of course. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please let me know, like I said, take extremely good care of yourself. I will be back tomorrow and the next day and so forth. So hope to see you again soon. And until then, thanks. Bye for now.